Another non-sociological theory of crime and deviance is, or are psychological theories. Now, these psychological theories have a similarity to biological theories, biological determinist theories, in the sense that they both focus on the individual. Now, psychological theories, at least in the mainstream, are going to focus on the individual in a different way. They're not going to talk about genetic predispositions or anything like that. Instead, they're going to talk about personality disorders, right? So they're going to see the cause of crime and deviance is located within the individual, but in terms of personality disorders. So, in other words, deviating individuals are thought to have some kind of deviating personality. If I were to, maybe I could remind you, for example, of Sigmund Freud. Remember, we talked about Sigmund Freud. Well, when Freudians, check in on crime and deviance, one of the ways they would explain it is they would talk about it in terms of an insufficiently developed superego. So again, they're looking at an abnormally developed personality. Other psychological theories might attribute subconscious motives to people and use these subconscious motives as explanations for crime and deviance. So, for example, they might look at things like suppressed anger. So, sociologists, on the other hand, are going to we're not really big on subconscious motives. We want to look at other things. Again, we're looking at the person in relationship to their groups. We're looking at people in relationship to their society. So we're going to look at social factors as explaining deviance and crime in society. So we're going to look at things like class. How do we understand crime and deviance, for example, against the backdrop of social class? What kinds of crimes are committed by people of what class, for example? So I have here now we begin to say a little something about sociological theories about of crime and deviance. So crime and deviance are addressed in all corners of sociology from each of the major paradigms. And unlike biological determinists and unlike psychologists, we want to look for explanations of crime and deviance that are outside the individual. So we're going to look for different sorts of social influences that explain why people commit crime or explain why people break norms. So in order to explain crime, we're going to look at things like socialization. Do we understand behavior, even criminal behavior, as um, uh, created right within a process of, or as an outcome of a process of socialization? We want to look at, for example, membership in different kinds of subcultures. And we want to look at other factors, as I said before, like social class, even to discuss people's relationship to the criminal justice system. Now, I have a couple of pictures down here at the bottom. One, the crime scene tape, and the other, the suit hiding money in his jacket. And so, to me, these two pictures represent the entire universe of crime, right? In other words, that we are going to look at not just white collar or not just street crime, but we're also going to look at white collar crime. So, crime and deviance are addressed in all corners of sociology from each of the major paradigms: symbolic interactionist, the functionalist, and the conflict theory. They're all going to have an approach to understanding crime and deviance. And where we will begin with in the next segment, the next part, is going to be with a symbolic interactionist perspective on crime and deviance.